Nebraska, Minnesota. We've got Nebraska 3.5, 4-point road favorites here, 48 the total in this game. Man, I actually, believe it or not, was impressed by Nebraska in defeat against Michigan, but like always, can't get out of their own way. Brutal fumble by you-know-who at the worst possible time, Adrian Martinez. How many times have we seen that over the years we were with this Nebraska team? His ball security is absolutely embarrassing, man. All the freaking turnovers that guy has been committing over the years, it's absolutely awful to see it. And you worry now for Nebraska a little bit after they played good enough to win. They could have. That was one of those coin flip games. It could have easily went their way as it did for Michigan. And they, of course, have the costly fumble, which leads to the go-ahead field goal, 32-29. Then the interception seals the deal. But look, they were only minus 28 yards, and they were plus 1.5 yards per play, Nebraska, in the loss against Michigan. Statistically, they're playing very good football. But penalties, special teams breakdowns, turnovers and miscues by the quarterback are keeping them from winning some of these games. And that's unfortunate. And sometimes that's going to cost you when you back them. Like, they should have probably covered that game, if not won it. And sure enough, statistically they were good, but just key mistakes at awful times ended up costing them. So now they got to try to bounce back, go on the road here against Minnesota. The problem now is here we've got Nebraska in the road favorite role. Keep in mind, at Oklahoma, covered, at Michigan, lost by 3, lost by 7 at Oklahoma, but they were underdogs in those games. Now you got to trust them here a little bit as road favorites. Minnesota is coming off a bye week. It's definitely an advantageous spot for them. They've kind of been disappointing, this year. Well, certainly the Bowling Green loss stands out like a sore thumb. But I'd be careful about taking Nebraska here in this spot, because sometimes that awful loss, Conor, like Minnesota had against Bowling Green, it was such a bad loss that you get so devalued in the point spread because of one loss. And if you buy into that being just an anomaly, that one game, and it was bad, you lose to Bowling Green at home, there's nothing worse than that. But if you believe it's just an anomaly, that this team could carry forward and still get back to playing solid football, you could make money with Minnesota moving forward, because I think this point spread is is devaluing Minnesota still because of that loss to Bowling Green. It was just such a bad loss. And now you're seeing them, Nebraska opened 2.5, and now they're 3.5. And I'm even seeing 4 now. I'm going to wait, see how the line moves throughout the course of the week. There's going to be some point I'm interested in Minnesota. PJ Fleck and his team at home off a bye week. Nebraska coming off that awful loss to Michigan. There's definitely issues with Minnesota now with again, you're right, the running back injuries. Tanner Morgan is kind of underwhelmed, more than kind of underwhelmed at the quarterback spot for them. But man, I'm going to be interested in Minnesota at some point in this game if this line continues to climb. What do you think here, Conor?
Yeah, it needs to keep going up for me a little bit here. I do like them. I got to give it up to Nebraska, in the last few weeks. I ragged on them. They played a lot better. I took them against Oklahoma a few games, and they've covered. But now they're favorite, like you talked about. Now you're getting back into this role. Nebraska's a lot better. They're favorite again. And really, this probably should be a pick. Minnesota has not good look offensively. The running back issues. They use those wide receivers they don't have anymore. Morgan doesn't look kind of the same. You talked about. But yeah, I kind of only look at Minnesota. I just can't back now. If I want Martinez, I want points with this guy, because you just talked about all the fumbles, interceptions he does. So now on the road, this is a tricky spot for Nebraska. If they go in there and win, by 10 points or more, that'd be huge. But I'd wait too. I think this can go up a few more points. Then I might look at Minnesota here with the points.